Welcome everyone to BTV for the final time in 2024. It's Saturday, November the 30th, and we've got a cracker for you in Women's Division 1 North. It's Beeston versus Olton and West Warwickshire. The team's about to walk out. Today's match officials, Claire White and Lee Barron, who are just about to lead the teams out. Looks like we had a full start, but now out come the teams. Umpires in green today, Beeston in traditional black and gold. Olton, I believe that to be a changed strip. No changes in the Beeston lineup. This is the same match day 16 that took on and beat Ben Reading 5-1 a week ago today. Two changes for Olton and West Warwickshire, noting that there are 14 in the match day squad. Going out are Lara Grace, who hasn't missed a game since 28th of September. Also out Abigail Forsyth and Hope Evans. Coming in, those are your players in yellow, Alexandra Olgaby and Amy Aston, who's coming in for her second appearance of the season. So the teams are being introduced to themselves and the officials too. Time for a quick look at the table just to set things up too. Beeston, who are on a great run of form, sit in second at the start of the day. They play again tomorrow. Don't forget they're up to Pendle Forest. Olton, they're on 18 points for the season. Goal difference of 0. 4-20 against 20. Very mixed bag, but I must say that's better than their total for the season. Last season, looking at Division 1 North, they finished that 18 games with 15 points on the board. So a better season per point already than last season. So this is a dangerous Olton and West Warwickshire team coming to Beeston today. They lost at home to Repton this time last week. That was the 23rd. However, they beat Ben Reading 4-3, and we know from last week Ben Reading are not an easy team to beat. So the teams have broken. I'm Andy Day giving you the commentary for this afternoon's game. And it's been a roller coaster ride for both the men's and women's teams in 2024-25. This is the final BTV of 2024. I'm on multi-job duty today. I'm doing the stadium music and your commentary as well, so I'm just watching as Olton take possession of the ball on halfway and are about to begin proceedings here. The ball is rolling, the clock is ticking, and it is Olton with the honour to start the game. They're playing from right to left in front of us. And Nottingham Hockey Centre pitch 1. They're attacking the car park in the first half. And Beeston in the black and gold, playing left to right, attacking the boulevard end. You can see the twinkling brake lights on the right hand side of your screen. That is University Boulevard. Olton with the first sideline ball of the match, moving it around pretty neatly. Clear shout of play from the umpires. That's Abigail George, number 2, and Lauren Burrell in possession, bringing it forward, and that's neat from Beeston into the circle for the first time. That's found a foot already, and it's the first penalty corner of the game. Just about introducing finished introducing the match to you. You can see Lauren Burrell taking it forward. Millington going this way and that into the circle. Burrell plays it in, comes off the goalkeeper and then onto the boot. I think that's Chloe Ransom that has found the foot. First penalty corner of the game. Hit low and hard, and it's an immediate goal for Beeston. Hannah Grieve, low and hard with a connection. We'll get a good look at it again in a few moments' time. Very, very early goal. Confirmed by the stadium announcer. She took the possession of the ball, took another step forward and low and hard. I think it may have flicked off the goalkeeper's boot on the way through, but Beeston won't complain. 2 minutes gone. Bees lead by a goal to 0. That's the second minute goal for her. First goal in a little while. She scored against Buckingham here in the 5-0 victory back towards the end of October. And sometimes attacking play can be rewarded quite early in the game. Sometimes you need to build and build and build. And a 1-0 lead early on, that settled any nerves. Beeston on a fantastic run of form. They've won every match, stretching back to that away win at Gloucester City on the 5th of October. Martha Wong now on the right-hand side for Beeston, continuing to press into the circle. That's just nudged off the underside of the stick. Big shout on the field, sideline ball. Burrell, who's been involved a lot already in these opening exchanges. Beeston's captain playing it back to Martha Wong. Wong in turn playing it back to goal scorer Grieve. Grieve moving it from the centre to the left-hand side. Is there an angle here for a ball into the circle? There is. The take is good. The spin is there. Is there a shooting opportunity? There is another penalty corner though. So 2 penalty corners within the first 5 minutes or so for Beeston. In fact, less than 5 minutes for Beeston. They've scored from 1. What have they got in the locker for number 2? Lee Barron, the umpire, at the Boulevard end. Similar. Grieve goes low, and it's a second for Grieve. 2 in 5 minutes for Hannah Grieve.
2 goals in 5 minutes for the Bees. The second for number 10, Hannah Grieve.
Just watching this on the replay, more or less the same side of the goal, and the arm aloft. No doubt who's got that goal, and the Beeston women's team are cruising early on. 5 minutes gone on BTV. Wherever you're watching in the world, do let us know. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. It's all good for the algorithm, helps us here at BTV as well. We make that 2nd and 4th minute goals for Hannah Grieve, 2 penalty corners. And Beeston showing absolutely no sign of slowing down. Barely had time to sit down myself in this match so far. I'm now relaxing a little back on the high chair in the chapel and watching the flow of the game as Beeston still progress over the 23-metre line once more. Angle ball into the circle, and it's in for a third. And look at the smile. We're following Captain Lauren Burrell here. She gets the key deflection to make the goal. Insightful ball into the circle, and she just flicks it in. In fact, is it Burrell who gets the touch? I think it is. We'll wait for official confirmation. There were a couple of players with their hands in the air, but I suppose that's teamwork. 3-0 Beeston lead, and we haven't played fully 7 minutes yet. We'll get official confirmation of the goalkeeper. We're watching the slow-mo on a different screen. Lauren Burrell is confirmed as the goal scorer.
Confirmation of the goal scorer. The third goal for the Bees in 6 minutes.
Your captain, number 9, Lauren Burrell.
Taking the appreciation of the crowd as well. As ever, great to see the crowd here today. It's a much nicer day than it was a week ago. Still, with many other attractions on offer, it's great to see so much support for Beeston's women as they look to potentially enter the circle again, deflected away for a long corner. This is a fantastic run of form from Beeston, not that we're presuming that 3 points are in the bag yet, but they're pressing harder and harder, and there's a chance here, and that's been turned away from goal. It looked very, very straightforward to put the ball into the goal, but somehow Olton have avoided conceding. Aerial ball out of defence, taken 1 bounce, 2 bounces. Grieve, who's already scored 2 goals, picks it up. Watching the twisting, the turning, the shielding of possession. Into the circle once again, low and hard. It's come off the goalkeeper, and it's been tapped in from close range. This is unbelievable stuff. 4-0 Beeston lead, and we've not played 10 minutes yet. I thought we were coming back because I think advantage was being played. Just looking at the player who couldn't have been far off the line, taking the congratulations. This is an unbelievable start from Beeston. 10th minute, Beeston lead by 4 goals to 0.
10 minutes for the Bees. Your scorer, number 28, Rosie Stevens.
Rosie Stevens getting a clean, as her name is called out on the PA system. Stevens it was who got the final touch. Now we'll get to see a little bit of Olton as they come down to the car park end for the first time in a little while. It's difficult to explain what that does as a player, going 4 goals down so early on in a game. And how do you react to that? Because as the team that are 4 goals up, do you continue to press, as it looks like Beeston feel like today's a day to bag some goals, but Olton will have ideas of their own. I don't think we've seen a sequence of goal scoring like this on BTV, and we've been going a long old time. Beeston sniffing around in the circle again, and umpire points to the goal again. Penalty corner number 3 for Beeston. Would be the one day that we're short-handed, that everything seems to happen, but there we go. Beeston won't be complaining about that. Mason doing well, finding the leg in the circle. Spence goes over to inject. And Beeston do make a little bit of a mess of that, and Olton can clear and clear quickly. Wong, wearing the mask, takes up possession on halfway. She turns well and escapes. And that's a good ball down the right-hand side for Burrell, but it was just a little bit too far in front of her. Grieve now with a chance to look up, turn and pass. There's a turnover on halfway down the field. Now go Olton. shepherding the ball towards the 23-metre line. There's a nice take and a little skip forward, but again, nice, calm and neat in defence. Along the line goes one towards Spence. Spence with a great ball, and the goalkeeper will be favourite to watch that ball roll over the baseline. Just looking at some of the stats, this equals the highest number of goals conceded by Olton this season within 10 minutes. Sometimes it's difficult to believe what you're seeing, but this has been an unbelievably dominant early performance from Beeston. As the sun sets beyond the tree line, the ball is played along the Beeston left. There is a turnover though. I do wonder what that first quarter time team talk will be like for Olton. Just pausing here now as the visiting team in white play down the right hand side, where they've picked off. Nice skills shielding the ball. Is there a pass on? No more shielding. So it goes back. Beeston remain in possession. There's a mistake from Beeston in defence. What can Olton do? It's popped up off the stick, but possession is still with the away side. This is good. Down the Olton left, in towards the circle. It's found a Beeston stick. Will it remain in Beeston possession? No, it won't. There's a chance here for a shot on goal. Blocked, and what's the outcome? Penalty corner it appears to be. That all stemming from a Beeston mistake. Played into the leg, couldn't be clearer. So first penalty corner of the match for the away side. That's just been deflected wide of the upright, and the goalkeeper involved there, Barracote, looking to earn her clean sheet. In fact, the umpire has reversed that. I did think it came off the attacking player, and that's been overturned. It was a long corner initially signalled, but it did come directly off the attacking player, and Beeston can clear. We're still not at quarter time. That'll be at 17.5 minutes. 4-0, Beeston lead. Stroking the ball around pretty nicely. Long busting run from Kuzak, goes towards the baseline. Who got the final touch off that? Looking for the umpire's signal. We are retreating back for a long corner once we've got rid of the excess match ball. Beeston into the circle, Bell with a shot, and that's gone for a penalty corner. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and that's quite genuine. I think that's number 4. I'm not sure I've got a full handle on the stats. It could be 3, it could be 4, not sure, but another penalty corner in the offering. Bell's ball, I think. Moss goes over to inject. It's a slow ball towards the top of the circle. That's gone up very high. Fielded. Back in possession for Olton and West Warwickshire, and they can clear. That's a nice touch. Will possession retained? Well, will be retained. No, it won't be turned over. Beeston bring it out to the left-hand side again. About a minute to go until the first quarter is complete. Inside with a give and go. Shot is low, and that's just wide of the upright. Umpire's swinging arm indicates it's a long corner. Looking at the run of Alexa Birkin-Evans, trying to draw people away on the right-hand side. She's been ignored, but the ball's gone into the circle. Sound of stick on stick, still with Olton, and they can try and clear, and that is the first whistle that indicates the first quarter is over. What a dramatic first quarter it is. End of quarter one. Beeston lead by 4 goals to 0. You can see on the screen Hannah Grieve, 2 penalty corners on 2 and 4. Lauren Burrell from open play on 6. Rosie Stevens from very close range, making it 4. Remarkable score early on BTV. Who knows what will happen? Stay with us for the second quarter. On BTV, Beeston leading by 4 goals to 0. If you're just joining us, hopefully you haven't missed all the drama, but it's a phenomenal start for the home side. In recent times, they have found the net quite regularly in Women's Division 1 North. This time last week they scored 5 against Ben Ridding. They travelled to Wakefield on the 9th of November to win 6-0. That's not without the initial troubles in the division. They lost to Olton on the opening day of the season by 2 goals to 1. And then they were beaten quite comprehensively the week after against Durham University. But since then the progress has been serene. Just like Martha Wong's route into the circle. That's been turned close to goal. Who gets a stick on it? Is there a chance for a shot here? Umpire sweeping arm again. A long corner for Beeston, so it's pretty much as you were. Bees working it through Mason. Out to Wong. Wong takes a step. Grieve over to the left-hand side. Firing it into the circle, looking to get a touch from either of 2 players that were lingering around a penalty spot. There's still an awful lot of hockey to play here. More players from Beeston converging in a circle. Who got the final touch of that? It was a Beeston touch, and Olton get the defensive hit out. So this is an unchanged side for Beeston. This is the same match day 16 that played against Ben Ridding a week ago. And with that in mind, Beeston attacking again. Is there a shooting opportunity? It's come off the goalkeeper's boot. Burrell hits it in again a second time. Long corner. This is relentless from Beeston. Moss shields the ball, gives it back to Grieve out to the right-hand side, where Wong takes a step forward but into trouble. Jones, I believe it is, who's got the number 5 on her back, watches the ball roll out of play. Aston is the player in frame for us now for Olton of West Warwickshire. Crossfield ball with a restart. And out of play. Match official is Yvonne McCartney. You can just see she's been keeping the game going. She just reached down and picked the ball up, so it's good to see Yvonne. Nice ball, and again pushed forward. Who's first to it? This time, Olton and West Warwickshire back in possession, but briefly Beeston. Not quite as sharp as they were a minute or two ago, but then I suppose at 4-0 up, you might start relaxing a tiny bit. Still an awful lot of game to play. Need to remain sharp. Out to the right, go Beeston, and that's come off the stick of Julia Spence. So Olton will be able to clear. I suppose you can alter your gameplay. I think there's no need to press quite as hard to retain possession, so it does invite Beeston to sit back a tiny bit, but how much is too much? Olton crossing the 23-metre line. Out towards the right-hand side and swept up. I think that was Bell, who did excellently to block the runoff. 23 minutes gone on BTV, as ever and as always. It's a pleasure keeping you company on match day, wherever you're watching in the world. With too much heat on that one for Burrell, the captain. Through Burrell's legs and mopped up by Wong. Again, look at the speed. Beeston breaking forward over the 23-metre line. Just a little nudge, played in towards the circle, and the umpire blew before the opportunity was presented to the player in front of goal. So we're coming back for an Olton free hit. There are 2 Premier Division games this weekend also. Just to complete the first phase of the season. Cardiff and Met play Bowden tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And this afternoon, starting at 1, it was Loughborough Students versus Bowden in a straight shootout to decide who takes the 6th and final spot in 2025's top 6. We don't know the outcome of that one. And Bowden needs to win by 5 goals or more if they want to steal 6th spot from Loughborough. So we'll keep an eye open for that result coming in at half-time. Our focus, though, of course, is Women's Division 1 North and Beeston, whose goal this season is to get back into the Premier Division. In short terms, they need to overcome Durham University, whose progress has been perfect. 100% Durham University, 24 points from their 8 fixtures so far. Beeston, though, start the day in 2nd place, and as of 24 minutes into the game, look pretty much assured of getting something out of this game. Not quite going the way for Olton. Strong ball down the right. Can you just look up who's on 52? Because I haven't got a 52 on here. Thank you. Into the circle, just topped in. Given away. Burrell full of directness, and that's a penalty corner first of the second quarter, and we will be having that penalty corner, but I think the umpire was just having a word or two. Claire White might be coming over for a chat. Yes, she is. We will be having that penalty corner after all. Let's keep the notes right. Out to the right-hand side this time, low and hard, and that should be a repeat penalty corner, I believe. Yes, we are waiting for confirmation of that. No penalty corner. That, to my eyes at least, struck the shin pads in the circle, but no penalty corner given. Into the circle again, and Beeston unable to make anything of it. They're still in possession on the left-hand side. In front of the spectators who are down that end. Into the circle. Is there another opportunity for a shot? No, it's been mopped up by Olton, who've been significantly more robust in defence. So Beeston trying to build up a head of steam. Their goals have all pretty much come from very quick movements and breaks. Now let's see what the Bees can do with a longer spell of possession. Well, that is not going to help matters, but there's a very quick turnover possession won by the captain, Lauren Burrell. That's gone all the way through. 27 minutes gone on BTB this afternoon. Again, Beeston back in possession, moving it out to the left-hand side. There's a little shovel ball into the circle. Beeston free hit. Katie Mason with a restart. Driven ball just takes a deflection off. Takes it away from its intended target in the circle. That's good hustle and harry again from Lauren Burrell, not only a goal scorer, but really a big feature of this game for Beeston today. Over to the left, that ball going into the dark. It's a night sky, it's a darkening early evening sky in Nottinghamshire. If you've never visited Nottingham Hockey Centre, if you're watching from somewhere else in the country, I'm sure whenever game you come to watch, you'll be welcomed. You'll enjoy the facilities here, and I'm sure you'll enjoy the game too. So, if you can, come on down. Make a pilgrimage to the chapel. Ball taken over the baseline. So Olton, another opportunity to clear. I notice it's been quite a feature today. We haven't seen many aerial balls. White ball is the call. I think if you can pick it up on the screen, Lee Barron is the umpire who's been the most in focus. I remember it correctly, 3-time Indoor World Cup umpire, a World Cup finalist umpire. and also 12-time Movemberist. You can see it's the final day of his Movember moustache. I'm sure you find him on social media and you'd like to donate, you can do that. 30th minute on BTV. Beeston, who haven't scored for 20 minutes. That flurry of early goals has put daylight between them and visitors Olton and West Warwickshire. It's got substantially more cagey as we progressed into the game. It's still Beeston who've had the lion's share of possession as they enter the circle one more time. There's a chance taken away. That I'm sure that popped off a Beeston leg, but plays the call. Strong battling. On her knees, I think it's Naomi Church just getting up with 15 on her back. Yep, she's moving okay. Bell looks up, plays the ball to herself, and space is opening up for a ball in towards the circle, but finding an Olton stick on the way through. At the start of the day, Beeston were on plus 21 goal difference as we lost the ball for a second. Durham University started the day on plus 25, so that would make the two teams at the top of the table level if Durham didn't play today. In towards the circle and carried over by Beeston. We will keep a close eye on results and scores elsewhere if we're able to. The other matches today, as that one skips off for a long corner for Beeston. Ben Reading, Buckingham, Wakefield, Pendle Forest, Gloucester City, Repton, Leicester City, Durham. We're here, and Beeston on the circle in the attack again. Shot on the reverse, into the ground, and it will be an Olton ball. Beeston Olton, West Warwickshire is the match we're here at. The other match is tomorrow, Pendle Forest, Beeston. That catch-up game for the match that was cancelled, or well, delayed on the 2nd. Long blow on the whistle. Just watching the pressure from Olton and West Warwickshire, see if they can make a dent in this Beeston defence. I was making the point earlier on about the 5-1 win last week when Beth Corduke scored for, Beth Corduke's even scored for Ben Reading at Beeston last week. It was the first goal Beeston had conceded since Eleanor Baggett scored for Durham University on the 28th of September. That was the first goal Gabrielle Barraco in the Beeston goal had ever conceded for the team. I was in 6 fixtures as well, so quite a run. So I'm fairly fond of saying all runs do come to an end. Enjoy them while they last. That's a great ball. Spence running into the circle unopposed. What's the cutback like? It's good, but the defence is better. Miller plays the ball dangerously, and Olton can clear. Handful of minutes until half time. No change in the score from the end of the quarter. Grieve in possession, no rush at all. Again, good shielding from Beeston, noticing the runner coming in and taking the ball away. I think Alexa Perkin-Evans, that was. Abigail George is number 2 for Olton in the base of your picture. And Beeston are pulled up, and this probably is the final roll of the dice in the first half. Coming off the stick of Abigail George. Beeston back in possession. There is the final whistle to end the first half, and Beeston comfortably on top at the end of the first half.
West Warwickshire, half-time score Beeston 4, Olton Warwickshire 0.
Christmas has come early for Beeston. Beeston 4, Olton and West Warwickshire 0 at half-time. 2 penalty corners from Grieve and open play goals from Burrell and Stevens, all before the 10th minute, has given Beeston a commanding lead with 35 minutes to play. Keep it BTV to find out what happens in the next 35. Welcome back to BTV. We're almost set and ready for the second half. It's Beeston 4, Olton and West Warwickshire 0 as play gets underway for the second half. Let's do the housekeeping. Beeston in the second half playing from right to left as we're looking at it, attacking the car park end, and Olton in the white, black and white, playing from left to right, attacking the boulevard end. The familiar swing of the stick for Grieve. That's a great pass out to the right hand side to the baseline, and long corner immediately. 30 seconds into the second half and Beeston already pressing for more in this game. Goal difference may prove very important. They need to overcome an excellent Durham University side if they want to, any other team actually, want to secure promotion this season to the Premier Division. Trying to work out who might have got the final spot in the top 6 for the women, and England Hockey's most recent tweet features me, so that's not quite what I had in mind. Yeah, a Pro League starting tonight. England away in China. Former B named in the England squad that's gone out. So congratulations to Paige. These days off at Wimbledon. There's a bouncing ball taken down by Beeston in towards the circle. Has it been kept in? I'm judging by the body language and the umpire signal now that wasn't kept in. Good spell of possession for Beeston as they bring it out towards the left-hand side. There's a route to goal just opened up and closed up immediately. That ball driven into the ground and up, and Olton will be able to clear. We do not have a result yet for Loughborough Students Bowden, so we'll have to remain in suspense which one of the two teams has claimed that final spot, as Olton progress up the field and earn a long corner. This is better from the away side. Church with a restart. That one going back as it struck the Beeston player all the way through, and that's come off the post and then away by Gabriel Barraco in the Beeston goal. Unbelievable reactions. That's Olton and West Warwickshire's closest that they've come to a goal. long corner. I think people are preparing for. I think that's gone out for a sideline ball, but waiting to be corrected. Long corner it is. And a miscontrol by Ranson. Couldn't reach the ball over the side, and that is as close as we've come. And Olton certainly haven't gone to sleep. They are pushing and definitely are trying to get a way back into this game. Beeston need to be alert, as mentioned. Don't switch off. So down the other end of the field they go. Stevens hunting for possession, scorer of the latest goal. That was in the 9th minute from open play, from very, very close in. Grieve out towards the left-hand side, picked up by Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick whips it into the circle. There's the touch and turn. And away by Olton, but not very far. Beeston into the circle. That's neat. There's a low drive, and that's flicked away by the boot of Rachel Clare in the Olton goal. Long corner is the restart. Umpire's arms outstretched. Indicate Olton will get the ball and will be able to clear. Good noise around the venue today. I can tell you there's plenty of people watching on the balcony as well as on the spectator gallery on the far side of the field. Still see there's plenty of action around Nottingham Hockey Centre. That's good from Olton. However, Beeston stepping in. Millington making the challenge. Olton getting the free hit. Coming up off the stick and out of play from Beeston. So Olton, incremental progress down the far side of the field, and there's a miscontrol, but swiftly given how important it was. Regained possession and a free hit in the process for Olton and West Warwickshire. Changing the angle of attack and going direct down the middle, but that's a firm stick from Martha Wong. Bell cleans up, and it's a sideline ball for Olton. There might be a loose stick in there. Aerial ball. First one we've seen in the second half to my memory. Flick back towards Miller. To Bell, who takes the ball out to the right-hand side to the on-rushing player to bring it towards the baseline. It's been kept in. It's hit the leg, I'm sure. That hit the leg in front of goal. It's still with Beeston. It's been turned in for the 5th. 5 last week, 5 this. Just looking who got the final touch on that. Is it the captain that got the touch? It's 2 for Lauren Burrell.
Beeston 5, Olton 0, a second for the captain, number 9,
Lauren Burrell.
And just like that, as while we were watching the replay, straight down the other end go Olton and West Warwickshire and earn their first penalty corner of the second half. I think just impeding, that might be the reason. Beeston ready to defend. And away for the expense of a long corner, well defended. Olton still pressing at the boulevard end. Will they find a foot? It's still live, watching the umpire's reaction, long corner. Beeston again looking pretty neat in defence. .52.5 minutes, we've got the next break in the game, the end of the third quarter. Beeston still pressing hard, but Olton still sense that they can make something out of this game. They have hit the post in this second half, and they've had that penalty corner a few moments ago as well. Along the ground it goes. Beeston blocking the ball in towards the circle, but played, and that's hit a player in defence, and I think it's Grieve who's down. Clock stopped. We'll keep an eye on the player. That did come at a pace. Back to her feet. And it looks as if we've got physio being called on. Not 100% sure where that made connection. We'll find out in a moment or two. Definitely now Grieve, who scored 2 goals today, off for treatment. I think it might be a facial injury. And a penalty corner is the outcome. That does feel a tiny bit unfair, but those are the rules. So penalty corner number 2 of the half for Olton. Trap has skipped out of the circle. This one has been hammered high and goes Beeston's way. There's a fine strike from Church. It was a hit. So how will Beeston regroup without the steadying influence of Hannah Grieve on the pitch in defence? Bell pressing down the right-hand side into the circle. Big shout of pressure I can hear through the window inside the chapel, and it's paid off for Beeston. Kuzak working hard for the cause. Important stick in to block Isabella Smith. Her route down the right-hand side. Looking off camera, Grieve is still being tended to. She's got a coat on as well. As Beeston go into the circle. Penalty corner though for Beeston. This might cheer her up something. First penalty corner of the third quarter for Beeston. Now this one's interesting. As mentioned, Grieve scored 2 of these previously in the game. The likeliest taken out. 2 penalty corners last week. Alexa Birkin-Evans and Isabella Smith both on the field. Olton and West Warwickshire wait along the goal line. Out they come. It's low, and that's gone in for number 6. The camera is focusing on Martha Wong, but we'll see her contribution and the team goal. It's been tapped in on the right-hand side. And it looks like Karis Miller who got the final touch. We were focusing the camera. The goal scoring continues. This is the second time this season Beeston have scored 6. The match clock is still stuck at 47:25. We'll get that corrected in a moment. Beeston hunting for another. We'll call that a 51st minute goal for now. Karis Miller, who scored 3 games in a row now, opening a scoring sequence away at Repton, and here again last week against Ben Ridding. 6-0 with a quarter to play. Still looking out of the window, Grieve is still receiving attention, and whilst Olton were pressing there, no real threat. Not far away now from 3/4 time. 6-0, an impressive day at the office as the ball skips up, taken down by Kuzak. Beeston pressing down the right-hand side in front of their bench, but that's good. Solid defensive work, however, must have just nudged it out of play. There is 3/4 time. Terrific day at the office for Beeston. (6-0) they lead. We'll just bring you the scoreboard up to give you the position at the end of the third quarter. 6-0 Beeston lead. Grieve with 2 penalty corners, Burrell with a field goal, and Stevens from open play 2, all before the turn of the 10th minute. Then we've seen another 2 goals as Olton were coming back into it and had a few threatening moments. But Burrell on 43 and Miller with another penalty corner to make it 3 in the game. 6-0 with 17.5 minutes remaining. Do stay with us on BTB. Welcome back to BTV. 17 and a half minutes left to play. Beeston about to get the final quarter underway, and they do so. Trying to get a read on the other side of the field. I believe that's the day done for Hannah Grieve. I suspect we're not going to see her again. So a bit of a reshuffle in the Beeston defence. There's not been a problem there today. They're still 6 goals to 0 up. Attack has been where it's at, and attack they go in towards the circle again, played towards the baseline, but over the baseline. And Olton playing out from the back. Just looking at Lee Barron out of the window. First opportunity to really see the moustache that he's got there. As Beeston make their way into the circle again. Goalkeeper's gone down under a challenge. And Rachel Clare picks herself up, and Olton move swiftly towards halfway. There's an interception, and that's excellent work from Jane Kilpatrick, who's still hustling and harrying and trying to make her presence felt. Olton not able to get out of their portion of the field at the moment. Turnover on halfway for Beeston. Olton have possession. The umpire looks pointing towards the boulevard end, Olton's direction of travel. Play is the call. Kuzak mops things up in defence. A little bit of a mistake on the far side of the field. Turnover ball for Olton. About 15 minutes left in the game now. This is BTV. This is a final BTV excursion for us in 2024. It's not the final game of 2024 for Beeston. They're on again tomorrow as Olton play the ball across the face of goal. Pendle Forest tomorrow at 1 o'clock. There's a player hit the deck. And Beeston have possession. Patrick with a ball in from just in front of us in the chapel. That's a good interception, and Olton have a route to goal here. There's a pass out to the right hand side, and that's not the direction it has gone. Kate Edgeworth was in good position, but she was ignored. Welcome to a little portion of the commentary as things are bogged down. I like to call cross promotion. If you want to hear a review of the first half of the Premier Division's season, and have a listen to have a look on Spotify for the England Hockey Preview podcast. I managed to sit down this week with Ross Bone, top of the D, to run the rule and hear his insights and opinions over the first half of the season. Player going to ground, no hint of a card. It's been a very clean game today. We've not seen any cards. Claire White pointing towards the car park end. Beeston possession, 56th minute. Temperature starting to drop a tiny bit as Kilpatrick moves forward quickly to keep possession with Beeston. In the TV business, you want to keep eyes on the game, and Beeston continue to press and look for a 7th goal. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they shut up shop and try to stem the occasional Olton breaks forward, as we've seen. Fairly effective area ball into the circle, nudged down, taken well, and brought under control. Katie Mason, 7th appearance of the season for Katie Mason. Apologies, that's 9th appearance from Katie Mason. Can't read my own handwriting. He's travelled a long way. Olton pick it up. Nice, good skills, good shielding. Abigail George, I think that is, having to go back. Beeston hunting, that's a nice take, and there's a lot of open space that Olton are looking to exploit. Beeston having to come back en masse to defend this free hit, which is taken quickly off to the left hand side. Into the circle, the ball goes. Quiet appeal for a penalty corner. Nothing doing there, says umpire Lee Barrett, who's just reached out and points towards the boulevard end. Another free hit for Olton. Out towards the left-hand side. That might have been better to run onwards, but it's still gone into the circle. Chance here for Olton in front of goal. Beeston standing strong in defence and taking the ball out of harm's way, and the scoring opportunity for now has dissipated for Olton and West Warwickshire. Kilpatrick over the right-hand side of the field, a little bit buffeted, and earns a free hit in the process. 9 minutes to go. This is 9 more minutes of play on BTV for 2024. This is shaping up now. Obviously, we need the match tomorrow when Beeston travel to Pendle Forest to go the way of the Bees. But when we return in 2025, the women's first match is away to Durham University, 1st of February. Not putting too much pressure on, but must win. It feels about that category because Durham have yet to drop a point this season. There's only one spot available for one promoted team. At the moment, Durham are 6 points clear of Beeston at the start of the day. We have no idea how they're getting on this afternoon. They've travelled to Leicester City, so they're not a million miles away from here. big reach with a stick. Caris Miller. Aerial ball bounces just about broad under control. That's nice. Beeston pressing. Ball bouncing into the circle. Who's first to react to it? Fortunately for Olton, it was the defence. They will come away with the ball. Abigail George, number 2. Had a couple of impressive moments in front of the camera today. Olton looking for a consolation goal. Beeston determined to deny them the opportunity. Kilpatrick, who's moved over to the right-hand side. She started the half on the left, moved over to the right now. Over towards Martha Wong. Wong giving it back to Bell, who winds up and strokes the ball out to the right-hand side, but it was between 2 players, caused a tiny bit of confusion. Neither player ended up getting a stick on it. Furthest forward, captain and double goal scorer, Lauren Burrell. Beeston lead 6 goals to 0 with 6 minutes or so remaining in the fixture. Did that flick up off? Olton ball. Olton pressing down the left-hand side now. 2 players blocking the route to the edge of the circle, and Beeston did pretty well to block that. And he has gone. This is the free hit that has gone Beeston's way. 5 minutes to play. Skipping up off the stick and will travel all the way over the baseline at the boulevard end. Bell going over to retrieve the ball. Just checking into the bench over there, just trying to see. I think Hannah Grieve is cushioning her face in the dugout over there. Hopefully it's clearly serious, but not too serious, I hope. Wong bringing the ball forward. Olton back into possession. Is there another roll of the dice from them? Halfway is the call, with 3.5 minutes remaining. Beeston can start to relax a little bit, knowing that not many teams in the country can come back from 6 down with 3 minutes and change remaining. So 3 points look pretty much confirmed. In truth, they have done for a long time. And there's a free hit about 23 metres out on the right-hand side for Beeston. Must say, the away side, Olton, haven't looked bad today. They have struggled on occasion, but Beeston in the first 10 minutes were in another dimension. and the change in the team from the first couple of games of the season compared to where Beeston women are now, and looking for a 7th, and that's been turned towards goal, but reversed stick, or back of the stick, is indicated by umpire Claire White. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, Olton and West Warwickshire already have 3 more points than they did across the whole of last season. So half as many games played, 3 more points gained. So it's a better season from them. They started the day in 4th. Beeston in this circle, looking for something. No, nothing there. Free hit into the circle and just cut out at the last minute. Foot race, who wins that? The pace of Martha Wong has prevailed, tapping the ball out of play from Olton sideline ball. Is there another twist before the game is done? Miscontrol over halfway, 60 seconds or so remain. The players do not know how long is left in the game. Ranson is the player just on that 23-metre line there. Beeston happy to maintain possession in a tricky part of the field. See the game out, secure the points. Whistle blows, moments left in the game. Can Olton make a dent in this score line? Goalkeeper down. And there is the final whistle. It's defeat for Olton and West Warwickshire, and a brilliant day at the office for Beeston. Handshakes all round. 6 goals and 3 points for the Bees.
Let's review the scores. In the second minute, we had a penalty corner goal from Hannah Greve.
2 from Hannah Greve. Lauren Burrell from open play on 6. Rosie Stevens on 9. Lauren Burrell from open play on 43. And the final goal coming in the 51st minute from Caris Miller. 3. Fantastic day today. 3 more points on the board. So what we will do is stick that into the live tables and see what that's done for Beeston today. We don't know the outcome of any other games today, so we're just plumbing that in now. We'll see that update in a few moments' time, so probably worth bringing that down for a moment. So Beeston 6, Olton 0. When they're in the mood, Beeston are scoring a lot of goals. And just doing about 10 million things at once. We'll just refresh that match information. For some reason, it's taken a little while to come, but it will come. There it is. So Beeston move on to 21 points for the season. The goal difference now better than Durham University's, but of course we don't know the results of the other games in the competition today. So with one more match to play for Beeston in 2024, they're away tomorrow to Pendle Forest. That one is at 1 o'clock. Things are looking pretty good for the Bees. We will be back in February. We know that the women are back. They're playing on the 1st of February away to Durham University. This isn't telly talking. This is big, a huge game for potentially the direction of the one and only promotion spot in the division. Of course, there are some other teams in the competition who are looking pretty good. Recently, Beeston have beaten Buckingham, Olton, Benredding and Repton in recent weeks. So Beeston climbing up. That Durham team looks very, very difficult to beat. The men, they know they'll be playing in the lower 6, so 5 fixtures in 2025 for Beeston's men in the lower 6. We'll be bringing you as many of the games that are at home for Beeston. We don't know the games and when they'll be played, so we can't tell you when they will be, but keep them peeled on social media and we'll keep you updated via the wonders of the internet. From me, Andy Day, it's been a pleasure keeping you company pretty much every weekend since September until now. Christmas has come for Beeston. So from everyone behind the scenes, from Kelland and Adam and Mus and everyone else indeed, just looking around to see if there's anyone else we need to mention. Of course Josh, thank you, he's coming along next time. But yeah, everyone behind the scenes that make BTV such a success for the first time in 2024, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. See you next year.